my channel, Alex in the Sunlight. I'm Alex and I'm so happy to see you. Please like this video, comment down below any requests or ruminations you may have, and please subscribe so we can spend more time together. I really appreciate it. Okay, so the purpose of today's video is to gain some insight into what the week of the 22nd of September to the 28th of September has for us. Okay, so let's just dive right in. So the overall energy of this coming week is the 10 of Vessels, or the 10 of Cups in traditional tarot. This is from the Wildwood Tarot deck. You can see it's beautiful imagery. It's just this waterfall flowing down and into these cups, or these bowls, and they flow down into a river, it seems, or maybe a small stream. Can't really tell, but I kind of like that, right? It's open for interpretation. So the fact that that's where we start, what the overall energy is really good, because in this deck, this card's called Happiness. And that pretty much sums it up. It's like, to me, the 10 of Cups is all about emotional fulfillment, feeling whole, feeling safe, feeling secure, and to me, that facilitates happiness. You know, when you just feel like you are emotionally supported and everything that you do is blessed because you have the support of your loved ones, or, you know, you support yourself and you give yourself that love, or, you know, you just feel like the universe is rooting for you, right? That's really great, and I'm really excited. And it's, you know, it's the start of Libra season, right? Sunday, the 22nd, it's the last day of Virgo, first day of autumn. Very next day, on Monday, we enter into Libra season. So, you know, it makes a lot of sense to me. I'm a Virgo, so I really appreciate Virgo energy. But I feel like maybe some of that striving and all of that strong work ethic that we've had this past Virgo season is going to bring us to reaping the rewards. So I feel like entering into autumn and Libra season, it's the cozy season, even though, you know, if you live in a warmer place like me, it's not feeling that way just yet. But, you know, we're getting there, and it's like, you know, that time everybody's going back to school and everybody's thinking of the holidays, and it's just, you know, we're getting to that cozy time. So I feel like this coming week is just ushering us into that really positive and loving and familial time. So we may be spending more time with family and loved ones this coming week, which is always a good thing, right? I mean, well, so the animal spirit guide we have leading us in this week is the Nightingale, and I love this card. I love this card because when I see this card, I just think, lift every voice and sing, right? Like, just share who you are, express who you are, like, especially if that means actually singing. Like, you know, it feels so good to use what we have to express ourselves, right? Our voice, and your voice doesn't have to just be your literal voice. Write and share it with people that you love, or, you know, paint something, or, I don't know, like, create a sandcastle. Just use whatever you feel comfortable with, or whatever makes you feel good this week, to express your most vibrant and authentic self to the world. And in the book for this deck, it's the Animal Spirit deck from the Wild Unknown. Fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. I lean towards song, if you couldn't tell. And it says, the song of the nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. Yes, exactly. This week is not the week to be shy or to hide who you are. Like, this week is about being rewarded for being who you are. It's about, like I said, lift every voice and sing. Like, even if you're saying to me right now, like, I can't sing, like, that's not a thing. Oh, I just rhymed. But no, really, like, it doesn't matter. Go in the shower. There's awesome acoustics in the shower. Or, if you're with your family, if you're with people who care about you, they don't really care if you can sing well or not. Like, just do things that make you feel silly and joyful and just celebrate. You don't need a reason to celebrate. But if you are the type of person who really does, and you're just like, no, I need a practical reason to celebrate, I'm giving you one right now. 10 of Cups, Nightingale. Okay? And the next card we pulled from the Earth Magic Oracle deck is Ocean. Ebb and flow. And this is so beautiful. First of all, it reminds me of Bob Ross. And I love watching his show. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's on Netflix. I'm so sorry, the video stopped recording as I was speaking, so I'm not entirely sure where I left off. But I think I was talking about how with Ocean, with ebb and flow, I feel like this week it's about taking all of those happy feelings that we may be feeling and like the high of expressing who we really are and just feeling good about ourselves. Take those times and really create memories, create lasting memories, so that when the inevitable ebb of life comes in, you're too focused on feeling gratitude for those high times, right? Because we're so used to seeing life in this kind of roller coaster way, when in actuality it's not really about an up and down. It's just kind of like it's on even ground. It's just more so of a coming and going, right? Ebb and flow. So we don't have to be fearful of the next time something goes wrong, because I feel like, we may feel really good this week, and I hope we do. This happiness, this is no joke. The Nightingale, like, we should and we will feel really good and really confident about ourselves. But I also feel like, for whatever reason, when we get in these states where we feel good, all of a sudden there's like a little bit of fear that comes in, because we're just like, oh no, like, when is this going to leave us? So I feel like ebb and flow is just kind of like accepting and feeling gratitude, right? You don't think of the ocean as any less beautiful because the waves are rolling in and they go back out. You know what I'm saying? And in the book, it says, an important aspect in the art of living is to move with the ebb and flow of your emotions, joining their fluidity but not being captured by it. It is also not necessary to become obsessed with any particular fluctuation in mood or feeling. They are simply emotions, often activated in ways that are completely beyond your understanding. When you neither minimize nor exaggerate the intensity and importance of your emotions, you then have a greater sense of when and how to express them. You have been fighting the ebb and flow of your own feelings, denying your hurt, anger, or sorrow, by either attaching yourself to one or the other and nurturing it as if it were a nursing child, or else smoothing over your feelings with more practiced responses that deny and hide what is going on beneath the surface of your expression. When you attempt to constrict yourself from experiencing your emotions, it is much like trying to stem the tides that grow even more forceful with every attempt humans make to control them. Allow yourself to swim with these variations rather than resisting them. Yeah, okay, so that kind of confirms it for me. I feel like emotions are really tricky. The way we feel doesn't always reflect what's really going on externally, right? I think this coming week, we may be presented with a lot of positivity, a lot of really high vibrational energy, and we may not know what to do with it. Because like I said, there's like a fear when you get to a really good place of when that's going to end, right? You can miss out, and you can keep yourself from enjoying a good time when you're worried about the fact that it can't last. Or maybe, some of us have been through things that make us feel apprehensive about happiness, there's this idea that, like, oh, well, everybody wants to be happy. I think more so people want to be comfortable. And if you are comfortable with less than happy feelings, right? If you're comfortable with your anxiety, you may not like having anxiety, right? But if you're comfortable with it, if you're used to it, if this is habitual for you, that may feel better or right. It may feel better than the freedom of just expressing who you are, of having your cup full so you can fill others' cups. Like, it can feel foreign to you when you've been through a lot. So regardless of what happens this week, because I feel like positive things will be happening. I feel like, it's the start of a new season, new beginnings. But regardless of that, honor your feelings. If you're feeling a little bit scared or even sad, if you come up with like some sad emotions and you're like, why do I feel this way? Everything's going great. Well, just let those feelings come and go, right? Ebb and flow. And the next card we pulled from the Angel Oracle deck is Power. Okay, yeah. In the book, it says, as challenging as life may seem to you right now, trust that you have the power and strength to get through the present obstacles and reach a new chapter of greater peace and harmony that awaits you just around the corner. Try to keep a positive outlook and not be disheartened by recent events. You are about to tap into an enormous reservoir of power within you that will help you navigate these tough times and come out stronger and wiser. Yes. And our prayer for this week: I am master of my life and perfectly at one with the universe. My thoughts are pure, loving, and positive. I believe in myself, and I know that with God I can do anything. I now draw upon this new power within me, and I go through this growing phase with ease. So I don't think that it's like some of us may be going through a tough time, but I really feel like this is mostly talking about our emotions, right? Ten of Cups, it's talking about happiness, yes, but it's water, it's emotions, how we feel, right? Expressing ourselves is how we feel. Ocean, water. So I feel like whatever obstacles we're going through, whatever is happening this week, it's definitely going to be emotional. So remember what I said, like, honor whatever it is you're feeling. Your external situation may look completely different to what you're feeling inside. It just may not seem like it's adding up, but it does. It does, especially if you're going through a growing phase, which, I mean, who isn't? So if you've gotten used to a certain way of being, even if that way was something you were trying to get away from, right? I feel like we're always striving to be better or to change our situations and level up in some kind of way. And then when it happens, sometimes we're not that we're not prepared, but it's almost like the shock of, oh, this is actually going well. Oh, I'm freaking out now. Like, you know what I mean? And it doesn't really make sense, but it doesn't have to. You're feeling whatever you're feeling. And if you don't allow yourself to, then it'll just turn into a state of confusion. And that's a big old mess. So just remember that your strength lies in looking at everything that's going on and being able to honor however it is that you're reacting to it. Just be mindful of your everyday and how you feel about that day and what is going on in that day. And, you know, talk to yourself, have a conversation with yourself at the end of your day and like say, okay, self, like, how do we feel about that? What's going on? Like, if you get like an amazing opportunity and you don't react in the way that you think you should, don't judge yourself for that. And the next card that we pulled, integration, from the Sacred Geometry Activation Oracles. Look at that imagery. It's so beautiful. I love orange and blue together. Okay. It says, the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. Perfect. Yes, that's what I'm saying is like, you know, good and bad, these are all just, you know, they're relative, and it's just about what you think. It's your perception. How do you interpret good or bad, right? So this week, things may be going well, you know, we're feeling fine, we're feeling confident, and then next thing you know, we're like, wait, I'm feeling a little antsy. I'm not really sure about this. I'm not used to feeling this. Like, joy is another emotion. It's just same sadness as sadness, right? How you react to it is usually based on what you're used to feeling. Okay? So this week, we've got to remember that we don't need to label our emotions as good or bad, and we don't need to label our situations as positive or negative or anything like that. We just need to see and observe what's going on. How do I feel? And then you'll find out why later. You know what I mean? Like, if people are really nice to you this coming week and you're not used to that, maybe you're an introvert or maybe you're someone who is used to people not really getting you or something, and then all of a sudden everybody, you know, just seems to be so attracted to you or something. If you feel off put by that, even though that's you know, considered to most people a positive thing, don't judge yourself for that. Just feel what you feel, and like eventually you will get used to it. Like, I feel like we've all been through such rough times, you know, having joy just show up, or, you know, working towards something for so long and then having it actually come about in your life. You know, if you don't react in the confetti dropping and the balloons and the everything, if you don't react in that way, that's fine. That's fine, because eventually this integration will happen, right? We'll stop labeling everything as good or bad. We'll start seeing, you know, the harmony, the balance, the necessity for the ebb and the flow, right? And the last card we pulled from the Goddess Power Oracles, Litsi, Revelation in reverse. And that's beautiful imagery. Right side up, that's what she looks like. Right? Okay, so I feel like, yeah, this ties right in with everything. Sometimes the good things are a shock, right? Sometimes, like, things that you're supposed to be super excited about can make you feel really scared, and that's okay, because I feel like I said, the overall energy is happiness. So we will recognize that good things are happening and we're making positive moves. It just may feel a little bit jarring, you know. In the book it says, sometimes life throws you a curveball and it feels like you've been hit by lightning. Perhaps a romantic partner betrays you suddenly, an illness strikes someone close to you, a job you expected fell through, the new employee turns out to be a dud, or you get a huge tax bill. No matter what the subject, your task is to pivot and course correct according to the needs of the event. Even if you don't understand what's happening, don't second guess yourself. Some things are not meant to be predictable, and detours may be exactly what you need. Loss or bad news aren't the only options in this situation. You may just have been offered something you've always wanted, such as a proposal from a lover, a better job, or the chance to move. Your tendency might be to try and control the circumstances or worry you may not be prepared for the change. The goddess Litsi reminds you that the great goddess will never give you more than you can handle. Your alignment task is to surrender to what is in front of you. You can do this. Yeah, I feel like that's exactly it. Like, you know, it may be something that you've always wanted this week and you just don't even know what to do, because you're like, I feel like we all have this faith that our dreams are going to come true, but sometimes there's always like this kernel of doubt where we're like, I'm saying it, I believe in it, I believe in it, I believe in it, but then there's like a really faint voice in the back of our head that's just like, but are you really, like, is this really gonna happen? Like, I don't know, it's me. And like, you know, all of the things, all of the kind of self-doubt talk that we've developed over the years, right, to kind of keep us in our place, right? Even though we want out of that place, even though we want something more, something better, like, we're just waiting for it to happen. And, you know, sometimes you can get used to the wait. So when it actually comes, you're like, oh crap, am I even worthy of this? Am I even ready for this? Can I even do this? I know I've been asking and asking and asking, but like, I didn't think it was actually gonna show up, right? So this week, just remember, like, you are deserving of whatever it is that you are asking for. And your desires, the things that you want and need, they want and need you too. So they won't go past you. So don't worry about your qualifications. Don't worry about your worthiness. Don't question your worth. Don't worry about the how. Just focus on the fact that if you have a dream, it's not there by accident. You didn't come up with it on your own. I think that the things that we want out of life, like the things that we want to achieve, we're co-creating with Source, with the universe. So those things that we want to do, they're not there by accident. And when we achieve those goals, or when we take the steps to achieve those goals and we get that much closer, it's divine. It's like, it's not just about you. It helps everyone succeed when you succeed. So just remember that this week, good things are coming and we're ready. You're ready. Even if you don't see that you are just yet. Take your emotions as they come. Take everything as it comes to you, and recognize the ebb and flow is just life. It's just how life is. It's not about an up and down. It's just a coming and a going, and we're grateful for all of it. All of it is necessary. You deserve happiness. You deserve emotional fulfillment. You deserve to be who you are and shine your light all over the world. You can recognize the harmony in the ebb and flow. You can recognize that it's all about perception. It's all how you view things, right? And you have the absolute power. So there's no need to be afraid, because the universe has our back this week. Okay? That's all I have for us this week. Please let me know down below. Please comment. You can come back every day if you want and let me know how it's going, what new opportunities are arising, what dreams are manifesting, what goals are you achieving, what's happening that you didn't expect to happen. And remember to sing, okay? Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me. I truly appreciate it. The magic in me honors the magic in you. Be well. Bye.